Hey, welcome to Take 10 with Glenn, your daily dose of wisdom in just 10 minutes. You know, life is full of decisions, challenges, and opportunities, but God's wisdom gives us the clarity to navigate it all. Each episode will dive into a powerful proverb and uncover how it applies to our life today. So take a moment, lean in, let's grow together in wisdom. Okay, let's get started.
Hey, we're in Proverbs 10 now, and I just thought I would just kind of give you a quick background again. These were written primarily by Solomon, the wisest king in Israel, around the 10th century BC, and he wrote these proverbs as instructions for his sons. And as he asked for wisdom from God, found in 1 Kings 4:29 through 34. Doesn't mean that he necessarily followed all the wisdom that God gave him. So these are situations, obviously, that were things that he either saw or experienced. And so, without any further ado, let's read Proverbs 10. It says, "The Proverbs of Solomon. A wise son brings joy to his father, but a foolish son brings grief to his mother. Ill-gotten treasures have no lasting value, but righteousness delivers from death. The Lord does not let the righteous go hungry, but he thwarts the craving of the wicked. Lazy hands make for poverty, but diligent hands bring wealth. He who gathers crops in summer is a prudent son, but he who sleeps during harvest is a disgraceful son." Verse 6, "Blessings crown the head of the righteous, but violence overwhelms the mouth of the wicked. The name of the righteous is used in blessings, but the name of the wicked will rot. The wisdom in heart accepts commands, but a chattering fool comes to ruin. Whoever walks in integrity walks securely, but whoever takes crooked paths will be found out. Whoever winks maliciously causes grief, and a chattering fool comes to ruin. The mouth of the righteous is a fountain of life, but the mouth of the wicked conceals violence. Hate stirs up conflict, but love covers over all wrongs. Wisdom is found on the lips of the discerning, but a rod is for the back of the one who has no sense. The wise store up knowledge, but the mouth of a fool invites ruin. The wealth of the rich is their fortified city, but poverty is the ruin of the poor. The wages of the righteous is life, but the earnings of the wicked are sin and death. Whoever heeds discipline shows the way to life, but whoever ignores correction leads others astray. Whoever conceals hatred with lying lips and spreads slander is a fool. Sin is not ended by multiple words, but the prudent hold their tongues. The tongues of the righteous is choice silver, but the heart of the wicked is of little value. The lips of the righteous nourish many, but fools die for lack of sense. The blessing of the Lord brings wealth, without painful toil for it. A fool finds pleasure in wicked schemes, but a person of understanding delights in wisdom. What the wicked dread will overtake them. What the righteous desire will be granted. When the storm is swept by, the wicked are gone, but the righteous stand firm forever. As vinegar to the teeth and smoke to the eyes, so are sluggards of those who send them. Verse 27 says, "The fear of the Lord adds length to life, but the years of the wicked are cut short." The prospect of the righteous is joy, but the hopes of the wicked come to nothing. The way of the Lord is a refuge for the blameless, but it is the ruin of those who do evil. The righteous will never be uprooted, but the wicked will not remain in the land. Verse 31, "From the mouth of the righteous comes the fruit of wisdom, but a perverse tongue will be silenced. The lips of the righteous know what finds favor, but the mouth of the wicked only what is perverse." Well, there is a theme here, obviously back and forth, of different contrasts. The contrasting of the righteous and the wicked, the wise and the foolish, the diligent and the lazy. And we can see throughout the scriptures that there is that theme that goes throughout. In fact, Matthew 6:19 and 20, "Treasures gained by wickedness do not profit, but righteousness delivers from death. The wise heart will receive commandments, but the babbling fool will come to ruin." We can see that reference in James 1:22 through 25. And speaking of the lazy, "A slack hand causes poverty, but the hand of the diligent makes rich." And that's a New Testament reference is Colossians 3:23. The verse that basically jumped out at me was Proverbs 10:9, a powerful verse that can directly we can apply to our lives. It says, "Whoever walks in integrity walks securely, but he who makes his way crooked will be found out." This verse highlights the importance of integrity, living with honesty, uprightness, and transparency. Integrity is more than just telling the truth. It's a way of life that aligns with God's righteousness. The promise is clear. Those who walk in integrity will have security, and those who live in deception will eventually be exposed. I guess a modern application for this would be like two businessmen. One's honest, treats his employees fairly, and runs his business ethically. Over time, his reputation earns him trust, stability, and long-term success. The other one cuts corners, lies and about the finances, and exploits people. For a while, he may seem successful, but eventually his deception is uncovered, leading to, at the very least, legal troubles and financial ruin. This applies beyond business. It's relevant in marriage and friendships and even ministry. Walking in integrity means making the right choices even when no one is watching. Jesus reinforced this principle in Luke 8:17, saying, "For nothing is hidden that will not be made manifest, nor is anything secret that will not be known and come to light." So, what are some practical steps that we can do to walk in integrity? I guess the first thing is examine your heart. What's your motivation? Do you have areas where you are compromising that don't want to be brought into the light? Or another thing is commit to truthfulness. Speak and act in honesty even when it's inconvenient. Be accountable. Surround yourselves with godly people who will keep you accountable, and live with the end in mind, knowing that in the end everything will be exposed and God will know whether you lived righteously or compromise. I guess in closing, I would say let's commit ourselves to walking in integrity, doing the right thing all the time, even when it's uncomfortable. And God says there is blessing that will come to you because of that. And since everything is laid bare before him for the one in whom we must give an account to, that was a loose translation of Hebrews 4:13. But seriously, if we live in circumspectly, then we won't be ashamed of anything that is brought to light, and we don't have anything to worry about because we're walking in purity and in truth. So that's our wisdom takeaway for today. Thanks for joining me for these 10 minutes, and I pray that you have a blessed day.
Well, that's it for today's Take 10. Remember, wisdom isn't just about knowing it, it's about living it out. So if today's proverb spoke to you, drop it in the comments. Share this with a friend, and don't forget to subscribe for more daily wisdom. Until the next time, keep walking in truth and manifesting God's kingdom.